Hey guys, Andrew here at the Simplest. Got my screws. Time to finish putting these cases together. Alright, so I went and got all my hardware. And so this is my current setup. Alright. I have two Libre Renegade boards. You can tell by the USB 3.0 ports. This is a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, and this is a Raspberry Pi 3B. You can tell because the 3B Plus has the 4-pin header for Power over Ethernet expansion. So what I'm going to do, this is the case I've been using for a little while now. It was 3D printed by a guy, and I bought it off of Etsy. The only thing I don't like about this is these Libre Renegade boards. They're really tight. They're supposed to slide right out. The Pis, they slide out pretty decent, so those aren't a problem. But the Renegades didn't really. That one fit decently, but I think I might have warped the board. You can see a little bit there where it looks like I might have warped it from using this case. So I'm not too big on this, and this one is stuck in there. There it goes. So there's a couple of things. I'm going to go ahead and just assemble these, but I'm going to talk about them before I assemble them. Right now, these right here are really nice. I don't think I showed these off last time I ordered parts. So the nice thing about these is it is a little ribbon cable for the micro SD card. Alright, so these boards, the way they work is if you need to reinstall the operating system, you have to pull the SD card out, put it in your computer, load it up, put it back in here, and then turn it on. Well, the problem is when these get mounted in here and the lid goes on, in order to change that SD card, I have to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screws out, take the lid off, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, unplug the power cable, pull this thing out, and now I can change the card. So the nice thing is, and with these ribbon cables, is I can actually take this ribbon cable, run it right here in the front, like so, plug it into the board, and the ribbon cable is small enough to fit right in here, put the lid on, and what I will do is I'm going to end up gluing with either hot glue or super glue, gluing this right here, and the actual micro SD card, instead of going in here, will go right here, and it just slides right in there, like that. So I don't have to take the board out, I don't have to do anything, all I have to do is just unplug the power and then I'm good. So I only have 2 of these right now. I'm going to be ordering some more later, but for right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on the boards that I use the most for messing around with, tinkering, stuff like that. So it's going to be this board right here, which is my Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, and then this board right here, which is my one of my Libre Renegades. This Libre Renegade is running my NAS with a USB 3.0 hub, powered hub, and 2 4TB hard drives. So I'm not going to be changing that anytime soon. I actually had to shut it down to install it, so that SD card can stay in there for a little while. And then this, my Raspberry Pi 3B, is actually running my Pi-hole, which is a DNS DHCP server, and it actually filters out advertisements and stuff like that. And it acts sort of like a firewall. Anything to do with DNS attacks, it will actually protect you from. So that one is not going to need to be taken out anytime soon either. So these 2 are going to get the special treatment of the ribbon cable to allow me to switch them out, tinker with them, without having to actually take the whole stack apart. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to attach them just yet, so I may change my mind on that. And then the only other thing I'm really going to have to do to this kit is I'm going to have to take them all out once I get the fans, because I ordered the wrong size fan, so I'm going to just put them in there without fans for now. And then I'm also, for the black, I did alternating colors. So I got black front, white case. This one's supposed to be a white front, black case. I didn't have the white fronts printed, but since I had the gray ones, I'm gonna go ahead and assemble it now, and then I'll just switch out the front plate and the back plate once I get the white ones printed. Other than that, I have one more piece to print, which is gonna be just a blank tray for the 5-port power over Ethernet switch, because what I have here is a PoE splitter, to where all I do is I plug the network into the device, the power into these power adapters, and then all I have to do is plug this into my power over Ethernet switch. I don't have to worry about 2 separate cable management. I just literally have one cable going to this little splitter. So that's kind of the setup that I'm going with. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and mount all these boards in there. I'm going to run these ribbon cables for those 2, get everything all screwed down and assembled, screw all the lids on, and then I'm going to go ahead and mount them in here where I want them. So cue the time-lapse video. Alright, well, unfortunately this is the one that I never reprinted, and as you can see it's kind of warped right here. But the problem is the holes are just a little bit too big on this particular case. So I'm not going to be able to mount this one down, but what I would do if I was doing this again is these screws that I got, I believe they're like 5mm. I would have probably tried to see if I could get like 3 or 4 millimeter, just because they're just a little bit too long. All of these that I've done so far are a little too long, but they hold it in place. That's all that really matters. So I'm going to try to get this secured as best I can, and then I'm going to continue to mount these onto the rack. All right, so there you have it. All 4 of them are mounted into the rail. This opening right here will be for a 2U shelf, which will house a 5-port power over Ethernet switch. Like I said, these bottom 2 are the ones with the SD cards, so all I have to do is unplug the power, switch out the SD card, and then I'll be able to change out what I'm loading, so I can reload operating systems and I can change out configurations very easily. The top 2 are going to be my permanent running ones, so they're not going to be changed really at all, so I didn't put any of those SD extensions on there. So yeah, I'm going to try my hand at a glamour shoot, and that'll be about it. Well, that wraps this video up. If you liked what you saw, give me that thumbs up. If you think I should never try to do a glam shot again, give me that thumbs down. And please subscribe to the channel if you like what you see so far. Looking forward to doing the next video for you guys. Thanks.